I think after being off for a month and traditional calendar teachers who come back from a summer can probably relate. Why do I have to be there 8 a.m. for a work day when y'all know time has been a myth to me?
How to survive the classroom.
Hey, teacher besties. I am so excited to share with you that my book, They Never Taught Us That, is available for pre-order right now. It is everything inexperienced first-year teachers need to manage the chaos of the modern classroom, including some anecdotes to make you feel a little bit better, because if there is a way you can screw up, I have probably done it. It also has advice on how to build trust with families, how to manage grading and lesson plans and IEPs and everything in between that they never went over in your teacher prep program. They Never Taught Us That is available everywhere right now for pre-order. Hey, teacher besties. Welcome to How to Survive the Classroom. So I am fresh off of the road from the Teachers Lounge shows from Seattle and Portland today. And Gerry here, you are fresh off your first day back, right? From your very long winter break, right?
Yes. So instead of a summer vacation, I get like small breaks throughout the year, and winter's our longest break. So I haven't worked since before Christmas.
Did you feel like renewed and refreshed going back today?
No, I feel tired
What?
and destroyed.
I mean, so how does that work? Do you have the same students when you come back?
No, so I get so we just had work days today.
Oh, okay.
But I will get all new students when next week when we start back.
Okay, so you're basically redoing the first week of school halfway through the year.
That's right.
Love that for you. Are you teaching any new preps?
No, it's the same stuff.
Okay, got it.
So all the same stuff. They can go back and listen to another episode. We don't got time to go through everything I teach again.
Yeah, because we still don't know fully what you teach. If someone were to like ask me and be like, I will give you $1 million if you tell me what is Gerry's potential license in? Does he actually have a license? What has he done his student teaching in? I don't know that I'd still even be able to answer you. Something with, we be out here. We be teaching,
We really do. We be out here just doing our best.
I love that. I love that for
We
all
be
of
out
us.
here trying.
Let me tell you, I have to tell you about the shows that we had for the Teachers Lounge this weekend. Have you ever done any shows in the Pacific Northwest, like Seattle or Portland area?
No, I've never been to the Pacific Northwest.
This was my first time. Okay. So this was my first time going. And if you were to picture the vibe of the people in the Pacific Northwest, what do you expect it would be like?
I have like hippies in my brain because that's what I've heard like Portland is like. So I base that whole area off of Portland. Seattle, all that I'm based on Portland.
Yeah.
And in Asheville, North Carolina, it's kind of like same vibes. Like
Okay.
you got it's like Woodstock out there. If you turn Woodstock loose in the city, it's like they left them in Portland. That's where they went.
Yeah. So the way I kind of always pictured Seattle and Portland was like very much like everyone has a septum ring. Everybody has like purple hair. And just like very like anti-establishment, all of that, right? Not like from the news, but more just from my friends who either moved there or have visited there in the past. And I've also heard from so many people that the like homelessness and the drug abuse in Portland and Seattle is like a real issue and all of that. So that's kind of like what I was expecting going there. And I have to tell you, like, we had the most lovely time. The street, like, I genuinely did not see anyone using drugs at all, because I had heard from people who have gone that they've seen people that are like clearly like doing the fentanyl lean all over Portland. Like Seattle felt really unsafe, all of that. Completely different from my experience. And granted, we were only in each of the cities for about 24 hours, but it was lovely. The people were so friendly. And now that I've been in so many places, I feel like I like have kind of a good, quick, like sense of places. Everyone was great. Guys, go to Seattle and Portland. It's a lovely place to visit. The crowds were the best crowds I think we've ever had. Portland in particular. which again is one of those cities that like is very left leaning. And those kind of cities kind of get a reputation for not having a good sense of humor. Craziest, funniest crowd I think we've ever had. So 10 out of 10 would recommend. You absolutely need to try and make it to the Pacific Northwest to do jokes, because I think also you coming in with your like South Carolina energy, I think would do very well there.
I catch people off guard when I start talking.
I bet you do. Well,
That's my favorite thing ever.
it was okay. So we're going to play a game today because the names of the restaurants, the names of
Okay.
the restaurants were insane. And I'm going to tell you a story after we play the game. Because there were so many restaurants with these names that I could not understand what is happening here with these. So I'm going to say a name. And I also asked my followers to submit some of the insults that their students have called them in the past. So some of these are submitted by my followers, insults that students have called them. And some of these are names of either Seattle or Portland restaurants. Okay, and you have to guess. Okay. So the first one, instigating bitch. Do you think that's a student insult or
That's a restaurant.
that one was an insult from a student?
Oh, I was trying to go hard on the first one. I was
I
like, no,
know.
I'm gonna go 5 for 5.
To be fair, well, yeah, we'll get there. Okay, grumpy grandma.
I'm gonna say restaurant again.
That one's also an insult.
I think I've been to the Grumpy Grandma.
It
Like,
might-
I feel
that
like there's
one
one
might be in North.
there gotta be one of them. And I know that food's good too.
Yeah, for sure.
That's a real place.
Egg slut.
Restaurant.
Yeah. That's where Phil went and got breakfast. He and his lovely wife Taylor or kind of did like a little mini baby moon on the weekend, and that's where they picked up breakfast for all of us is egg slut. Pizza slut.
I'm gonna go with like that. That was one of the kid names.
Also a restaurant.
Kid.
Also a
Okay.
restaurant. That one's in Portland.
I didn't think we was gonna go back to back on slut. I
I know.
second guess myself.
Insane, isn't it? Because like seeing two restaurants with those names was just like aggressive. Biscuit bitch.
I'm gonna go restaurant again.
Yes, you're correct. That's
Here we
where my husband Steven and I went and got breakfast. And here's where the story comes in because it was so funny. So Biscuit Bitch is in Seattle. It might also be in some other places, but we were walking around Pike's Place Market, which was so lovely. It was super fun. There was like that's where the Pike's Place Market is, where like they throw the fish and they're doing like all sorts of different like selling things. I tried an oyster for the first time, which I almost puked. I did try it. I did like an oyster shot. Have you done oyster shots before, Gerry?
No, I don't like eating foods named after words that feel uncomfortable to say. And oyster don't feel good coming out of my mouth. I'm like, nah, just like oyster. No, like I can feel it tickle my chest when I say it. I don't like that. I'm not gonna eat it.
Yeah, it really dangles across the uvula, doesn't it?
Like salmon. I don't like salmon because they got that L in there. I don't know where I came from. So I'm not gonna eat it.
Yeah, it is basically the same thing. And it actually, oyster tastes like the texture of oyster is exactly how the mouthfeel of saying it is. It's an unpleasant drinking experience because you're not supposed to chew it.
Like it'd be slimy.
Yeah. No, it is.
Like a slug.
It doesn't, so you don't even keep it in your mouth long enough to really feel that, but there is like a viscosity to it. But I am someone who I'm like, okay, you know what? Like if I'm going to try oysters, trying them in the Pacific Northwest from one like the most famous like fish market, and he's got the oysters. He's like, this is what we're famous for. He's like, do you want to try it? Because they would ship all of the fish to wherever you are overnight. And so I was like, you know what? Yeah, I'll try it. And it does it tastes like the ocean. Like it reminded me of when I was a kid and I would get like tumbled in the waves. And it really did taste very much like the ocean in a really kind of cool way. But I was good after that. Real good. And so then we were like on the hunt to try and find other food that would not be oyster and food maybe I could chew, you know? And so we went up the street because there was a girl eating a biscuit sandwich, and we were like, "Where did you get that?" And she's like, "Biscuit, bitch." And we're like, "Whoa, lady, calm down." And she's like, "No, it's up there. It's the restaurant." And we're like, "Okay." So we went up there, and it's such a funny restaurant because it's very busy. There's a bunch of people there. As people are checking in, the guy who's standing there is living out every teacher's dream because all he's saying to everyone is like, "You bitches want to put your order in? Hey, bitch, why don't you walk over there?" Like, was just calling everyone bitch the whole time. Um, and it was fascinating because you've met my husband, Steven.
Yeah, my best friend.
Yes. You would not mistake him as someone from Seattle ever. No one would. He is like the most Midwestern, I think, human alive. And he has like always dressed like a Midwestern dad since long before he was a Midwestern dad. And so we show up. He's wearing like his Yale University, where he got his grad school stuff, polo shirt, a Yale beanie, and we're walking up. And this guy's yelling at all of these people about their orders and stuff like, "You want your biscuit, bitch? You want this? You want that?" Turn to Steven and goes, "Hi, sir. What can we get for you today?" And I was like, you know what? Yeah, put some respect on him because the immediate way that they like switched up and were like, "These are not locals. This is not, we can't, we're not doing that, all that over here." And we're like so pleasant and all of that. It was so funny. And I was just like, that takes a bit of self-awareness to be like, you know what, maybe we won't, go that aggressively with someone who looks like he, at any given time might be armed. Who's to say?
So do you? I was gonna ask you, do you think they did that to him because they thought he looked like a scary person, or because they thought, oh, he might not be able to handle it?
I think that they saw him and immediately were like, he might not get the vibe that we're throwing out here. He looks like somebody who expects to be treated with respect. And my husband, by the way, very nice guy, like very friendly, very nice guy, but also like he was a Marine. So like he could kill you if he wanted to, like
Oh, I
it's
don't
one of
think I knew
those.
that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yep.
I think I'm gonna start choosing my words better. I think I'm gonna start being
Um,
careful.
Yeah. So it was so funny. But yeah, guys, I had heard so much like most people have about the Pacific Northwest and Seattle and Portland, and we just had the most lovely experience there. It was really really great. So 10 out of 10 stars, would recommend. Um and now with your upcoming semester, I also saw you have a bunch of shows coming up, Gerry.
So yeah, I'm able to travel on the weekends, and usually weeknight stuff I do it there and back. I don't go anywhere I can't drive there and back to try and get to in the middle of the week. So I know, well, at the time we're recording this, I'm gonna be with Gasper next weekend. We're
Oh my
supposed to get this
gosh.
big snowstorm next week, allegedly. I don't I don't know. I was talking to somebody earlier, and I don't believe in it.
You don't
And he
believe in
thought I was
it?
talking about, yeah, they thought I was talking about believing in the weather. Like, nah, I know the weather's out there, but I don't believe in this weather that they saying we're gonna get.
Oh,
But then
gotcha.
but then after the weather clears up, Casper.
Yeah.
Casper's gonna be here, and we're gonna be in Charlotte and in Raleigh.
That's super exciting. Yeah, he's gonna descend like an angel upon your town. I'm very excited for you guys.
Yeah, and all the snow is gonna melt and the sun's gonna come out.
Well, the dates are what that you guys are gonna be in Charlotte and Raleigh? I think it might be after this episode comes out, but
Charlotte's January 31st and Raleigh's February 1st.
you're safe. You're safe because these storms are happening this weekend, so you're all right. Because I have my Louisville show on January 31st, and I should be safe. So fingers crossed
Are
on
y'all
all of
supposed to
that.
get snow over there
We
in
are.
Indiana?
Yeah, this weekend we're supposed to get quite a bit. So fingers crossed because who knows what's going to happen with all that. Um Now, I don't know if you saw in the news this week, there was a teacher who got arrested for sending a Snapchat. Did you see this story?
I saw it on TikTok.
Yeah. So I think that's probably where I came across it as well is that this girl, she was a teacher. She got arrested for it was sending a Snapchat to a private group of friends. Now, I don't use Snapchat, so you'll have to correct me if I'm wrong. But when you send us, it's like a group message, right? A group message via Snapchat. Yes. It's not like on a
So
story.
you can send them privately or post on a story. And the more I understood the videos, it seemed like she posted, oh, I only sent it to these few friends. Oh, well, I posted on a private story for just a few friends to see. And then because I saw it was like a 3-part video, and they
Yeah.
said the one of the police officers said, well, apparently it didn't go somewhere private because the it took about 2 hours and the FBI found out.
So, yeah, I think that that's really something that's very interesting for teachers to think about because D and we don't know, right? We don't know if one of her private, quote, unquote, "friends" that she sent it to screenshotted it and sent it off to whoever it was as a credible threat. We don't know this teacher or anything like that, but it is something to really think about because I know people in their group chats say some crazy stuff. I think it's one of those where we have to be so careful about what we're saying, even in jest about our students, which is kind of scary to think about that somebody's gonna because again, I don't even know what the details were. Did you happen to see the details of what she said?
I I can infer that it sounded like she made a joke after being frustrated as a student, like, "Oh, I'm gonna do X, Y, and Z to said student," and it got taken seriously.
Got it. It was like some sort of like
That's just what I inferred. I don't know. I
probably. Yeah, because that's kind of the vibe I got, but didn't see it explicitly put out there. It was something along the lines of like, this kid did something super annoying, and she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna blah 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 this kid." Guys, like, be so for real. How many teachers have made comments a lot, like, just like, especially if you're somebody who's sarcastic or hyperbolic, like, "Oh my gosh, I'm gonna punch that kid in the throat." I think I have TikToks where I say, "I'm gonna punch that kid in the throat." Like, no, we're not actually punching kids in the throat. But without the context, without, like, all of that, it is kind of a scary world now, and unfortunately, there are cases of teachers punching kids in the throat, and so you're like, "Oh, well, maybe this is one of those that is real." And so I think that that's something that teachers need to be made aware of, that number 1, if she didn't get it reported by one of her friends, then that means that the FBI is monitoring those private messages, and monitoring stuff like that, and I've already heard from, people who are in law enforcement that they will follow people that they've gotten kind of flagged as a concerning person, just to see if they're posting anything that's in particular super concerning. The internet, the public internet is very, very public, and it's never like what you put out there is always going to be there. But it is, I think, something also to think about with like if you're using those platforms, then it can get accessed by whoever it is, which is kind of terrifying in some ways.
it's also like we tell the kids and teach the kids when you even jokingly threaten to harm yourself or others, whether your joke, and we can read the context clues and have a pretty good idea on if they're kidding or not.
Yeah.
Whether they're kidding or not, we still have responsibilities as teachers that we have to follow to report it to whoever your school district mandates you to report that to.
Yeah.
Um, and it's like, hey, it doesn't matter if you're joking or not. This has to be reported. And I think this is a good instance of, hey, maybe practice what you preach and keep
Yeah.
in mind that saying these things, no matter what way you intended it, the words are objective without context.
Yeah.
And that,
Exactly.
that, I feel like that was a bar. Words were objective without context. Put that on a poster with some mountains behind it. But
No, but it's true. It's super true. And people, I feel like I don't know if Gen Alpha is as likely. I can't tell right now if they are more or less likely to say mean things on the internet because they know how to have more anonymous profiles as far as like having like burner accounts and stuff like that. Um, but it does seem like Gen Alpha is very aware that they're being observed and very aware that they are being filmed very frequently. And I've heard that like that means that like a lot of times they're not dancing places or they're very like conscious of like, oh, if this were to get filmed, what's that going to do to my like public persona and all of that, which is a weird thing to think about. But we have a couple of questions that were submitted by fans that we are going to answer, and we are going to do that right after this quick break. Have you ever wondered what I would say if my mother and my administrators weren't watching every single thing I do on social media? Well, that's exactly what my stand-up show is, and I'm going to be coming to a town near you super soon. You can get tickets at educatorandrea.com/tickets. Welcome back, teacher besties. So, a couple of you guys submitted text questions to me that you wanted us to respond to. So, one is actually a scenario of what would you do if you had this situation as a teacher, and the other one is just a general question about what we have experienced as teachers. So, the first question was, what is the grossest thing you have ever seen in a student's backpack? So I can go first on that one. So there was this couple that was dating for like off and on, really long time. And they were kind of like on again, off again. And there was one time that the girl was kind of walking around the classroom and couldn't figure out what she was doing. And I was like, "Can you have a seat?" And she's like, "Hold on, geez, I just need to talk to him real quick." So I walk over after she kind of walks by, and I saw that she put something in his bag, and I was worried that they were off, right? Like they were in some sort of fight and she was kind of trying to like cause a problem. And so I walk by and she had put her underwear in his bag. And like the backpack was kind of like open, right? So when I walked by, I just kind of glanced and like it was very clear they were not new underwear. And that ruined my day, you know. That'll ruin lunch, dinner, the week. It really did because I even like there's just nothing you can do, and because what are you gonna do at that point? Like these are seniors. What am I gonna do? Nothing. Just pretend and wash my eyes out with bleach.
That's disgusting. I'm over here trying to think. I'm thinking like, I don't know, maybe a bag of chips that was open and you went straight into dirty underwear. I'm like, okay, I just got dunked on. I got nothing.
Yeah, it's
I
pretty
have no
bad.
idea.
You haven't discovered any like really old food in a kid's backpack because I feel like that's also one that's really really common.
No, because like if they leave, I've had the closest to old food I've had is like lunch boxes get left in my room. And
Oh
I'm like,
yeah,
"Oop, just go put it on the little island off to the side. They'll come back and get it. And if they don't come
yeah,
back and get it, as long as I don't smell it, I'm like, it's gonna stay there. I'm not messing with it.
yeah,
I do these like bathroom sheets that they sign out on when they want to go to the bathroom. And I have to sign it,
yeah.
and I'll get some of those back. And obviously, they're like crinkled and folded up. They're middle schoolers, but I'll get them back sometimes. Like, yo, what do you have in that boat bag with this? Like, why are there stains on it?
Right. Also, why would it ever be wet? Would be also my other fear is like they
Yeah,
bring it
like
back and
the
it's
ink is smeared. I'm like, why does it smell bad? Like, were you using this paper as deodorant? Like,
yeah, that's real bad. So my son, he had an accident the other night and he has a stuffed animal and it's one of those stuffed animals that actually has rice inside of it. Because then you can put it in the microwave, you could heat it up. And so he came out of his room after he had that issue and then he brought it to me. He's like, I think it got pee on it. Smell it, smell it, smell it. I was like, I don't wanna, but you have to, because if you don't, then when you microwave it, it's gonna smell like both pea and rice. And so I was like, great, cool, let's do this. And so I sniffed it and it was fine. It smelled just of rice. So fingers crossed that I, was able to sniff it out. Cause then if he had peed on it, there's not much you can do about it because you can't wash it. So aren't you excited about one day being a parent and getting to experience things like that?
I'm kind of just hoping I'll be rich. is
Oh, so you can just
is
like
my
pay a
point? Like,
maid or
yeah, well, I mean, I want to be there for him. Like, I mean, I'd probably like my kid, sure, but like, I'm hoping I'll be rich enough to a point that like I can pay somebody else. I'm not gonna front. Like,
yeah. So you can
either
just outsource it.
yeah, or I'll marry someone who's like, hey, I lucked out and he got rich. I'll change some diapers.
There you
I
go.
can do it. I can
Uh-huh.
do it. I won't be happy about it. I will do it.
I mean, no one's excited about it, but yeah. Okay, I have another scenario prompt, and I think this will be interesting because you are in a very different area than I am currently. So, what would you do if you were in the middle of teaching and suddenly you saw that there was a snake going across the floor in the classroom? How are you going to handle that?
How big's a snake?
I'll say 2 feet.
We gone. We 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 are out of there.
So, I
I'm like,
I
hey guys, there's something going on in the hall. Let's go check it out.
yeah, would you tell the kids like if they didn't see it immediately? Would you be like, "Hey guys, there's a snake on the ground"?
I feel like I have to.
Yeah, because you don't want him to step on it, right? Also,
You
what if
don't
it
want
was
to
like
step on. How do
somebody's
you
pet?
hide that? Like, I mean, eventually they have to leave the room, If it's
Yeah.
somebody's pet, leave your pet snake at home, dog.
I know. I could see that happening though.
Yeah, I don't know. I do not like snakes. Snakes give me the shakes. I can't deal with it.
Yeah, so it's funny because I actually took this question and I also asked my students who are studying to be middle school teachers, and it was very different based on like what their background was. So like I have a couple of students that are like, like more rural, probably have worked like some farm jobs before and stuff, and they're like, well, is it a poisonous snake? Is it someone's pet? All of that. And I was like, let's say you don't know. They're like, I'll just go and pick it up. And I'm like, you'll what? You'll what now? Like, it couldn't be me. I can tell you that right now. I would like to think, because that would be like the least likely to cause a panic of any kind, would be just like gently go over and pick up the snake. But I also know myself, and I think I'd be like, oh, okay. So everyone remain calm and no one scream, but there is a snake and we're gonna leave. And we would just walk around and try and get away. Because you don't want to like cause a panic, but also I'm not going to pick up that snake. I don't feel confident in my wildlife knowledge enough to do that. So,
Yeah, I know. Contrary to what I sound like, I'm not wrangling nothing, Papa. I'm not. Nah, I'm not even. Don't even know if I'd be calm. But hey, guys, there's a snake. We gonna go. We out.
yeah.
We're out of here.
Have
I'm
you ever
not.
had
No.
have you ever had any wildlife in your classroom before?
Well, I got this one coworker. Not playing. uh, no, I don't think so. I mean, I got like ants on my desk.
I don't think that
Is that
counts.
wildlife?
No, that doesn't count. Because
Is it
every
because of the
teacher,
size or because of how common
yeah.
they are?
I mean, I feel like it's because of the size. Like that's like a pest. I feel like it has to be a mammal. It needs to give live birth in order for it to feel like wildlife in the classroom. I had a mouse before in my classroom. That was fairly common. That was at a couple of schools. I had mice in my classroom. Um and then I don't think bats are mammal. No, bats are mammals. They are.
We used to have rats down by the gym. I never
Uh,
saw them, but you would see their dookie.
I I hate that. Rats are disgusting. Yeah, no, there was a bat at one of the schools around here, and I came in to the school to tour my students, and the admin was like sweating profusely, and he's like, "I'm so sorry. I'm sweating so much. I just had to chase a bat out of the hall so that way we could start school on time today." He like took cardboard and he like chased it while like waving the cardboard to get the bat out of the school, which is not an experience I ever want to do.
I don't even know where you would get a bat.
What? I don't think you have to get the bat because it's wildlife. It'll just like it'll like come in through like the vents and stuff. Like bats are nocturnal
They
and
come in through the vents.
they probably, I don't know, at multiple schools I've worked at, there have been bats usually around like the smokestack outside or any like especially older schools that have like potentially old ductwork or something like that. They'll get on in there, crawl around.
Maybe my school's crushing.
Yeah, kind of sounds like it. If all you deal
we
with is
don't got
ants.
no little animals. Yeah, I mean, I got some ants. There've been some cockroaches in there now. There've been some about the size of my foot.
Ugh.
We got Are cockroaches like everywhere, or are they just like are they more in the south, or are they kind of they colonized everything already?
I think they're pretty much everywhere, but I think they're probably more common in areas like where you live where it's just like, there's more rain and all of that.
Yeah, we got a bunch of. I don't really know if I get how animals work. Let's add that to the geography. I don't think I know what like you said mammal. And I kind of went.
You don't know what mammals give live birth?
I got a pretty good grip on that
Do
one. But I
you?
had to think for a second.
Yeah.
I hope so.
We should bring a science teacher in
Um,
here just to kind of help us out with some stuff sometimes, and maybe a geography
Now,
teacher or two.
we do have one teacher. She used to teach science, and I can't remember exactly what she teaches now. But she used to teach science, and she would have like them big lizards.
Mm, yeah.
So sometimes she knows I don't like them, and so she'll bring them and try and like poke me with them. I'm like, no, I'll punch that lizard, bro. Like,
The FBI is going to get a little report that Jerry's threatening lizards now. Just pew.
yeah, no,
No, it was a joke. It was a joke.
No,
He's
let it be
very-
a lizard. Let it be a lizard. If it's a lizard, it's on site.
Science.
Them little fake dragons that they be getting.
Yeah.
That's stupid, man. Who's
Why
buying that?
science teachers, and then they just like carry it around because they watched Miss Frizzle 3 times when they were in middle school, and now they think they have to bring. Why are you guys bringing around those friggin' lizards all the time? It is
Yeah,
gross.
they'll go get a dragon, but they won't go get a CDL and drive the bus. Okay. Shots fired.
It's true. Every single time I see a teacher with a lizard on their shoulder, and they do that. They'll walk around school and just
And they
like
got that vest
perch
on.
them. Yeah. They'll just perch them on their shoulder or on their vest. It's just, I hate it. I hate
No,
that.
I'm gonna turn it into a book bag. Play with me. Play with me. Play with me. I'm gonna come in with some penny loafers on.
Oh my gosh.
I'm be like, this is gator skin, boy.
Wow. Just gonna turn their pet
I
into
would look
clothing.
good in gator skin. Okay,
You
my bad.
would
I'm good.
actually. Yeah,
I
that
think
would be a vibe.
I get me a whole gator skin suit and I hit me. They can't. I mean, I know they listen. They can't see what I hit with one of these. I'm gonna look.
Oh, it would
Yeah.
destroy. Yeah, the ladies aren't ready. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is a hill I will die on. Do you have a hill you will die on today, Gerry?
Okay, so I did think of one today, and it might be a very specific thing, but we just came back. We have work days today, tomorrow, Friday. And I think after being off for a month, and traditional calendar teachers who come back from a summer can probably relate, why do I have to be there 8 a.m. for a work day when y'all know time has been a myth to me. I don't know. We're lucky I remembered I had to be there today because I don't know what time it is ever.
Yeah.
Why can't I start at like 11:30 and then maybe at 10 o'clock next day and then maybe at 8:30? Like stagger the times and get me used to. Well, yeah, but no, I was supposed to be there at 8 o'clock this morning, ready to be like, "Hey, how was your break?"
Criminal.
I love, if my coworkers listens, I love y'all, but I don't care how your break went. Give me till Friday,
Yeah.
to even remember what I teach.
No, that's totally fair. I think that's fair. I want to add on to that actually. So the hill I'm going to die on is that during those teacher work days, right after you come back from a long break like that, you should be able to wear like athleisure for those days. Until students are in
can't?
the building, I've worked some schools where it was expected you wear professional wear the entire time, regardless of whether or not students. So you would be like like cleaning and prepping your classroom and have to wear like nice slacks and a button-up shirt and all of that. Like I don't care if district is here. Let them see me in my yoga pants. They'll survive. It's fine. Like genuinely, let me just because I'm going to be climbing, even though they're showing us all those videos about how we shouldn't stand on chairs. I'm going to stand on that chair. I'm going to stand on that chair and I'm going to put up a bulletin board. And I just need some stretchy pants and no buttons to do it. Buttons are fascist.
I think that if they don't want us standing on chairs, which I'm not going, I'm a big boy. I'm not standing on. I don't trust most chairs that much. I'm not standing on many chairs.
Uh-huh.
And I'm scared of heights. I'll be wobbling. But anyway, I think if they don't want us standing on chairs to hang stuff up, but they expect us to create a lovely learning environment, they should get us jetpacks.
Interesting. Like the ones that actually exist, the ones that are like that people use for like water now these days. Is that what you're referencing? Or are you saying like fictional, do not exist yet jetpacks to fly around your classroom?
Wait a minute. I thought we'd figured the jetpack thing out.
Yes.
They don't got real ones yet.
I don't know.
I've seen the water ones. But
The
like,
water
I've
one
seen,
is what I was thinking of, but I don't know.
I've seen like little Iron Man ones that people have tried to make their own little Iron Man suit and they can hover. I'm like, why can't I hover a little bit and staple?
Huh. Gerry, I don't know. They had moon shoes that have like giant coils on the bottom. Maybe they could get you that so you could hop.
What are we doing with this education lottery money then?
That is a
If we're
great
not
question.
getting jetpacks.
That's been a question on this podcast before of where that money is going. And we did sort of figure it out that like it's going just getting absorbed into the schools. But you're right. I think that there needs to be grants specifically about building jetpacks because if not, what is this all for?
Yeah, I don't get it. I wish the education lottery did sports books.
Oh, for betting.
I think that'd be cool.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if we really want to tie. I mean, we're already tying gambling with education and taking the money. So I guess why not?
Maybe let's not do that. And we don't even know where it's going. We don't have jetpacks.
We don't, unfortunately. So, hey, STEM teachers, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Or even if we had some stems that we could climb on, that would be fine too.
Stupid. All right. On that note, hey, we both have a bunch of shows. I was looking at Gerry's list. He's got a bunch of shows coming up. I've got a bunch of shows coming up. You can check out all of my shows on educatorandrea.com/tickets. Gerry, where can people find your shows?
I post everything on social media. So Facebook, Gerry Patoka, Instagram at Comedy About GP. If you live in North Carolina, I'm going to be within an hour of you.
Yeah.
At some point this year.
Yeah. You should bring some sort of reptile skinned clothing for him so he can wear it on stage. Because you would, right? If someone brought you a reptile skinned item, would you wear it on stage?
100%.
Amazing. Love to see it. And also
a gator skin hat.
Insane.
Stop playing with me.
Insane. Also, on that note, Gerry is actually going to be in Indianapolis. He's going to be my feature February 21st. And I do think that this is probably coming out before then. So I'm really excited about that. It's going to freaking kill. I can't promise reptile skin to anything because there are not that many reptiles here. So I would have to slaughter a class pet somewhere if we wanted to make that happen. So
hey, that's a circle life.
But if you want to check Gerry out at that show, it's going to be in Indianapolis. And like I said, I got a bunch of other shows kind of all over the place, but not as closely packed as Gerry has. Gerry is just like lining them up. I have to do it every once in a while because I have children and I don't think I can afford the therapy if I'm gone all the time yet. So, there's that.
Because they ain't old enough to like be roadies either. You can't really just you could put them in the corner with the iPad. I could, but then also, I've been in green rooms. But you're a good parent. I'm a good parent. I've been in green rooms. I don't want my kids seeing all that. So, That's fair. All right, guys, if you have thoughts about what we have talked about today, or if you have a question or a story for us, you can hit us up, Andrea@human-content.com, or you can contact me at Educator Andrea. And again, you can contact Gerry at Comedy About GP on Instagram. I have nothing else.
Okay, perfect. And you can contact the whole Human Content Podcast family on Instagram and TikTok at Human Content Pods. And if you have not yet done so, please leave some feedback for us and a review. Give us 5 stars. Share the episode with someone. And we will give you a shout out on the podcast. And if you want to check out those full video episodes, they're up every week on Educator Andrea on YouTube. Thank you so much for listening. I am your host, Andrea Forkham.
I'm Gerry Patoka.
And our executive producers are Andrea Forkham, Aaron Corney, Rob Goldman, and Shanti Brooke. Our editor is Andrew Sims. Our engineer is Jason Portizo. Our music is by Omer Benzvi. To learn more about how to survive the classroom's program disclaimer and ethics policy and submission, verification, and licensing terms, you can go to podcasterandrea.com. How to Survive the Classroom is a Human Content production.
How to survive the classroom.
Thank you so much for watching. Want more of How to Survive the Classroom? You can watch more episodes right now. Just click on that little box over there. You see it? And if you haven't yet, please subscribe. Okay, bye.